revised ECOWAS treaty sets the ECOWAS economic integration agenda at liberalizing trade among member states through elimination of tariff and non-tariff barriers and the ultimate achievement of an economic and monetary union in the region. This is further strengthened by the ECOWAS protocol on the free movement of persons, right of residence, and these legal instruments, which are at the core of ECOWAS regional integration, focus, provide great opportunities for traders within the region to contribute to the achievement of sustainable development, eradication of poverty, and attainment of regional peace and security. It is a well-known fact that ECOWAS member countries are among the least developed in the world, characterized by low income, poverty, and frequent political instability and civil conflicts. Recent human development indices published by UNDP showed that only 4 countries were listed as those with medium human development. These are Quebec, Mauritania, Ghana, and Senegal. And this has left the rest of us wondering, what we have to do to bring up that human development indices, to increase it, to improve human life in the region. Bearing in mind that trade is a key driver of economic growth and development, and has the potential to open up the region's economy to global trade, there is need to mobilize regional traders and coordinate their activities for regional integration and development. There is need for the participation of the private sector, including non-state actors, in the development of well-articulated trade policies at the regional and national levels to facilitate regional integration. It therefore demands that traders in the region should be able to present a common front to the authorities and governments of the region. In the economic partnership between ECOWAS and the European Union, the European Union provides support for ECOWAS non-state actors' participation in the integration process under its development fund. In November 2010, the European Union provided grants to the tune of about 1.3 million euros to 17 non-state actors, including the private sector, for regional development. NANS is one of the beneficiaries of this support. It is on this success that NANS is making concerted efforts to mobilize traders in the region for effectiveness. Traders in the region stand in need of a veritable platform for strategic direction within the ECOWAS sub-region. Therefore, the resuscitation of the West African Traders Association, Fewata, is the highest need of the moment. I therefore urge you to give all the discussions in this meeting the best attention. I thank you for your kind attention.
Just tell us more about today's event.
Yeah, today's event is born out of the need to resuscitate what we used to have in the 90s as the West African Traders Association, Fewata. Today's event is born out of the need to see that there is a common platform, a regional platform for traders, a regional organization for traders that will be speaking for them in terms of influencing policies at regional level, in terms of assisting ECOWAS to become more and more, and if you like, fully integrated into the world economy, in terms of ensuring that all the myriads of interjections, impediments that cross-border trade has been noticing for several years since 1975 when ECOWAS was established, that those things can be addressed. We want to seek ways of establishing a platform, and that's where you have all the countries of ECOWAS herein today represented. The leaders of the traders, national bodies of traders in the 15 member countries of ECOWAS are here discussing on how to form a strong and united body, a platform that will speak, a platform that will be able to engage national governments as well as ECOWAS institutions and organs, as well as advocate for all that we have been losing for quite a long time now. And to address the issue further, you would note that we've been crying for a long time over the issues of impediments at the borders, the non-workability or the non-functionability of the ECOWAS instruments regarding trade, and also the problematic situation of crossing the borders despite the provisions of the protocols on free movement of persons and goods in West Africa, the protocols on the rights of residents, protocols on the rights of establishment. We want to have an integrated country, and it is, integrated region, and it is only trade that would be able to strongly and effectively facilitate such integration process, and that's why we are here today.
What was the problem that Fewata was facing before now?
Now, Fewata had a serious challenge. I must tell you this, that Fewata was originally operating a kind of shifted secretariat, where the secretariat was moving from one country to the other. Unfortunately, politics crept in, and then it went into one of the countries in West Africa, which I would not want to mention, and it died just like that. The body fizzled away. There was nothing on the ground. But here today we want to create the structures that would do service a kind of permanent, stable structure, and that could be relied upon by ECOWAS. And then we also want to see that, this Fewata, seeks to bring about the traders, bring all the traders together at the national levels, knit them together, And then we could have national coordinating points, focal points, that would form a regional council. And that's what we intend to do. We have a kind of a constitution, a draft constitution that we want to consider. We also have, some kind of principles here that we want to consider and draft. And then, while considering all these things, we'll come up at the end of the day with, a body, a structure that would be very stable and that will work with ECOWAS and other bodies in the world. And we have also understood that the potentials that are bound in ECOWAS, in the whole of West African region, in terms of trade, is so huge. And we are missing a lot. And ECOWAS also understands that if a body like this, like Fewata, could come strongly, that trade can generate the wealth on which redistribution and poverty issues can be ameliorated.
Okay, how would traders maybe in Alaba markets, trade fair, key into this association?
Now, how they are going to key into it is going to their national bodies. Because we have, for instance, in Nigeria, you have the National Association of Nigerian Traders. And National Association of Nigerian Traders is the national body. And in other countries also, you have the same. And in this place, you can see that you have every country in West Africa represented by the president or the national secretary of the traders national body. And therefore, these individual unit traders can, in their associations, link up at the national levels, and then from a kind of, in a kind of a bottom-top approach, from the unit associations to the national, and from the national to the regional. That's what the design is all about. Thank you.
On ECOWAS part, Fewata should be, like I said in the opening remarks, Fewata should be able to coordinate the activities of traders in the region and contribute as a veritable platform on which traders in the region can channel their needs to the governments and the authority within the region in the area of trade and trade development. As we all know, there's need to develop trade policies. There's need for traders to contribute in the development of articulate trade policies within the region. And if traders are not well coordinated, if they're not well mobilized, their voices cannot be heard. And then, as you have seen also, trade and its development is vital to ECOWAS integration process. So we need to have traders come up with a common front in the development, in their contribution in development of ECOWAS integration process.
So what is ECOWAS doing to ensure that these people live up to expectation?
Yeah, ECOWAS has not much control over the activities of Fewata, because Fewata is like an autonomous organization outside the confines of ECOWAS as an organization. But then we still need their own contribution in the development of trade, which is also